Henry, are you okay?
Huh? What? Oh, nothing, Percy. I'm just thinking.
About what?
I don't know, but I'll figure it out. Someday.
Ah, D199, there you are. Or should I say...
Don't you even dare calling me!
Spamgun?
What do you want?
There's a train filled with heavy machinery to be delivered to Nafford Harbour.
Which is in...
Sodor.
Sodor? You want me to pull that train a dirty island of steam engines? Again?
I'm sorry, Spamgun, but there's no other diesel available to pull it. Orders are orders.
But... fine. I swear, I'm going to regret this.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, little Rushy Thomas. Did you sleep well last night? Or maybe, did you sleep quickly last night?
Oh, shut up, Gordon. Silly big engine. Always making fun of me for something stupid that I did.
Complaining about things Gordon says about you won't help you. Why don't you just ignore him?
I try, Edward. But whenever I go at each station, he and James always say, "Hello, little Thomas. Are you feeling a little tired today after going too rushed with your timetable?" I'm getting very tired of it.
Look, I know that Gordon has been bothering you for the past couple of days, and I understand that you feel that way, and probably Hilda too. But hear me, if he, alongside James, maybe they make you bother or annoy Hilda again, then just ignore them, or tell the Fat Controller about it.
Or maybe a two-headed troll will scare them back. But in all seriousness, thank you, Edward. I'll try my best.
That's good to hear.
Henry secretly heard the whole conversation, but he didn't want to interrupt the two blue engines, so he had off to do some work. Later on the way, he was still thinking of what Edward said. But Henry wasn't sure. He soon arrived at Nafford Station to deliver his train. Then, he saw Toby and Henrietta coming right next to him.
Hello, Henry. How's it going today?
Oh, hi guys. I'm fine, thank you very much.
Is something the matter?
It's fine, really. You guys wouldn't even understand anyway. I mean, nobody will, because for some reason, Thomas and Edward are having fun and chattering with a little girl called Hilda. And in fact, she went over that siding over there, to which she almost caused a bit of trouble with Edward's crew, and Gordon and James think she's a troublesome child. And now, I don't even know what to choose, if she's good or bad. Ugh.
And that's why you look so fed up?
Yes.
You know, Henry, I think I have something that'll make you feel better.
What's that?
Remember the time Sal was working in an old line?
The one that Oliver accidentally found?
Yes, but there's something I want you to know. You see, before the line closed, Sir Tom Howard went traveling with his family. His grandchildren went on to travel to the side of my cab. But I was too offended to agree, but they called me electric engine. So I had no choice but to let them in. But while on the ride, they were not annoying and the crew were calling me names. Instead, they were happy. And by reaching the final station, they were most happy, and so I did. Those were really the good old days.
So, what do you mean by all of this?
What he means, Henry, is that you must not think that she's a bad child. See her as a good child, and we're sure she'll be your friend just like Thomas and Edward.
Well, we better be off. I'll see you later, Henry.
See her as a good child.
Hello?
Don't do that!
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Well, you shouldn't have, because if that was worse, then I will damage one of his coaches and... Sorry, I just had a tedious moment this morning.
Why?
How do I put this?
So Henry explained everything about it to Hilda.
So let me get this straight. You're saying that you're also friends with Thomas and Edward, and Edward gave an advice to Thomas so that he could ignore Gordon and James. But you were unsure if I was good or not, and Toby gave you another advice so that you'll see the good in me?
Pretty much, yes.
Seems understandable, I guess.
But there's something I'm still not sure if it's true or not. And I'm talking about you, Hilda. Is it true that you almost got eaten by a troll rock?
Well, yes.
What?
But wait, that's not it. The reason why it almost ate me was because it was giving my sketchbook back. And for your information, she has a name.
How do you know that she has a name?
Oh, because she told me when I became a troll.
What?
Oh. She switched me with a troll child because she wouldn't be brave enough to live with the other bigger trolls.
What?
Will you stop doing that?
Sorry, but how many things did you have to deal with all those adventures?
Henry, I live in Trollberg. Any kind of creature could be anywhere on that city.
And you always go on those adventures by yourself?
No, I always have to eat an alpha by my side.
You mean that dear fox pet and a little man of yours?
Which this little tiny man you're looking now notes every single thing in his report. Right? Now.
Well, that's, interesting. Considering that your voice sounds quite a lot like Philip, but other than that, you really are full of surprises, Hilda.
Thanks, Henry. So, what are you doing next?
Since I finished with my passenger train, I'll be heading to my forest.
You have a forest?
Oh, yes, indeed. The sound of birds are chirping, no trucks or crowd talking. Just peace and quiet.
Can we go too?
Only if my crew said so.
Oh, we sure don't mind. I mean, there's just the three of us, and there's nobody else to go, so why not? Climb aboard, kid.
So Hilda, Twig and Alpha got on a board from Henry's cab. And they set off to his forest. Meanwhile, Spamgun made his way to Sildor and stopped for a little rest.
Oh, hello. Are you a new engine around here?
I'm afraid not. I'm just here to deliver some heavy machinery to Knapford Harbour. Do you know where I have to go, little engine?
Just keep following the three main tracks. I'll get you to your destination sooner.
Thanks. Did you know that I used to work on this railway many years ago for a short while?
No. Why?
Because, 1, Sir Topham Hatt sent me away after my engine failed, and 2, because of you.
Us? We didn't did anything to you.
Oh yes, you did. You steam engines began arguing about us, saying that we are scrapping all of your class and we aren't useful. But we are powerful and useful than all of you. You spoil our image after all.
Yes, we do. We show what pros you are. Calling yourselves powerful and useful. If something happens, you won't go further without a care for your train. We pull ours home with one cylinder.
Nothing ever happens to us. We are reliable. Now, if you excuse me, little engine, I must get going.
Reliable indeed.
Later, Henry was on his way to his forest, while Hilda was having fun riding inside of a steam engine's cab for the first time in action.
Oh, you have got to be joking.
At last, they arrived. Edward was also there, parked on a siding to have a rest.
Why, hello, Henry. Good to see you here after some hard work, isn't it?
Yes, indeed, Edward. In fact, I also came here with someone else.
Hi, Edward.
Oh, hello, Hilda. I didn't expect you to be here as well.
Well, you know me. I always like to visit new places. Especially Mum, though.
Hilda looked around the forest, and she was amazed by the scenery of the area. Animals playing and eating, birds chirping, and little waterfalls dripping through the rocks.
Whoa! I've never seen such a beautiful place like this before.
This definitely goes to my report.
You could say that again. This, Hilda, is why I relax after I do some work, or even if I'm feeling a little stressed. Normally not many engines come here, like Edwin in this case, but everyone is very welcome here, as long as they are respectful with the animals.
Is it good if I could draw a few things in my sketchbook from here?
Of course, Hilda. You can draw anything you want in this place.
Thank you, Henry. Come on, Twig, let's go.
Say, Edward, do you have a moment to talk?
Yeah? What is it?
You know about that conversation you had with Thomas this morning?
Yes, and?
And that I also have to ignore Gordon or James from thinking Hilda's a naughty girl or bothering Thomas?
Well, yes, that's correct, but what do you mean by all of this?
What I mean is that maybe Hilda isn't such a bad girl, and I feel rather guilty by saying she will be eaten by a troll bug. I'm sorry if I was in the wrong, Edward. I really am.
It's alright, Henry. I understand. It's good to know that you reached a point where you're not everything she does is bad. On the contrary, it's good. And about Gordon and James, don't listen to them. They will change their minds someday, or anytime soon.
Thank you, Edward. Alright, listen, 199. We have to stop at Henry's Forest to let another train come through.
Don't mention that name again. Not after what happened in 1967.
Edward, do you hear that?
Hear what?
It sounds like a horn, but it sounds very familiar.
Wait, is that what I think it is?
This forest feels dull and useless. I don't know why that Batman decided to allow this steamy to go through here.
It's actually my forest, 199.
You? What on the blazes are you doing here?
I'm asking the same question. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be in the mainland with your goody old diesel friends,
Actually, yes, but your controller said that I have to deliver this train to Knapford Harbour.
Pah! Of course. As if it's going to do that. If it is at Knapford Harbour, then why don't you just dump that train into the sea, so that he will send you again where you came from? Spamgun.
Oh, why, you big green little...
Hey guys, sorry if I took so long. I was just admiring all the sights around here. We've also kind of seen a dude with a bunny which seemed to be playing with each other. But other than that, Mum will love to see all of you. Oh, am I interrupting something or...
Well, who's this little fellow of yours?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Hilda, this is Steel 199.
You guys know each other?
Know each other? In your dreams. Listen, kid, you mustn't talk to these engines, especially him. He's just a big softy engine who cares about his poor little forest. This should be torn down and replaced with something a bit more modern, like a diesel depot.
Hey, be careful of what you're saying, big guy. Henry is a much more better engine than you any day.
You think this is a joke? You're in denial that steam engines are nothing but pieces of scrap and that diesel's more revolutionary than these things, especially old iron.
Hey.
Oh, really? Because I've heard that diesel like you are no longer revolutionary and they're being replaced by diesel electric ones.
You're just a little brat who doesn't know anything about railways, only nature, animals, and even that white dog pet thing of yours.
Easy, boy. You know what? Why don't you just leave us alone with your filthy train, you smelly diesel?
Fine, if that's what you want. But mark my word, you three, we diesel will conquer the island and the world. Just you wait.
jerk. Are you okay, Henry?
Yes, I'm fine. Just a little upset, that's all.
Listen, Hilda, I forgot to tell you before we met, but there are a few diesels who like to play tricks on the steam engines. So much even that 2 diesels from the smelter's yard almost scrap one of our friends.
That's terrifying.
Indeed. Him, for example, likes to annoy us by saying,
"We diesels are more reliable and useful than you. If they controller will scrap you, all and he'll get some engines to run this railway better."
Or some stuff like that.
I never thought there were any bad diesels on this railway. Tell you what, guys. I promise to not let any other rude engine get to be like Gordon did weeks ago. And Henry, whenever another evil diesel comes to mess around with you, then don't worry. I'll always be there for you.
Thank you, Hilda. Thank you so much.
That night, Edward and Henry came back to Tidmouth Sheds. They were exhausted. Gordon and James were waiting for him with a suspicious look on their faces.
Good evening, Henry.
Hello, Gordon. James. What's up with those faces?
Oh, nothing really. James has been telling me some things about how he had been throughout the day. And most of it's not great news.
What do you mean?
You see, Henry, while I was taking my train to Kronk, I saw you going straight to your forest. But then I noticed that there was someone else inside your cab. And I think we all know who it was.
What? You mean Hilda? Well, yes. She was interested in going with me. I mean, she also loves nature, animals and all of that, but why do you ask?
Henry. Did you forget the last time we talked about that child a week ago?
Oh, here we go again.
I mean, how on earth can even a mother carry her child who always goes out for crazy and ridiculous adventures just because that's what she's most passionate about? Why doesn't she just, I don't know, study something, practice with an instrument, dance or sing? But no, she just wants adventures and more adventures.
Not to mention the fact she almost got eaten by this troll rock creature thing, which nobody knows on this island how it looks like. What we do know for a fact is that it is really, really dangerous.
I just don't know why Edward had to meet that kind of girl. It's disgraceful.
Disgusting.
Despicable.
What did you just say?
Despicable. Both of you. You guys think Hilda's not a normal child to which she goes on wild adventures in the forest or anything. And yes, she told me everything about her life in the wilderness. Becoming a troll, talking to trolls, and even frickin' troll mother switched her with a troll child. In fact, I'm on Thomas and Edward's side now. And who cares if you tease me or call me names? I won't care anyway. Now if you excuse me, I'd better go to sleep. Good night. Oh, and by the way, I won't be joining in your indignation meetings again. For now.
Thomas, who also was hearing the conversation, heard everything. He seemed a little confused. At the same time, he was relieved that both Henry and him had trust in Hilda. But this made Gordon and James very cross, and they decided to make a plan. But that's another story.
That's strange. Nobody's still here. Ah well, the fewer steamies, the better. Whoever is making that noise, stop it now. I hate this railway.